You are welcome everyone to another video tutorial. Today we want to install some packages which we can get started with the main stack. So I'm going to create a new folder. Let me create a new folder. I will call this folder the main stack folder, main stack project, main stack folder. Let me say main stack folder. The main stack folder. So inside this folder, I'm going to create two subfolders inside this main stack folder I just created on my desktop. So let me go to my desktop. This is the folder I created, main stack folder. So inside this main stack folder, I'm going to create two new folders in it. So let me create two new folders. So I'll call this one the front end folder. I'll create another folder. I'll call this backend. So I have two folders inside my main stack folder. One folder is called the front end, which we are going to install React in. The other folder is the backend, which we are going to do our Node and Express.js in. So I'll go to my Visual Studio Code text editor and I'll open it here. So I'll locate my desktop where it is. This is the folder. So I will click on select folder. So I have just opened the folder, which is our backend and front end. So I want to first install React. That's the front end. I want to first install the front end React. So I will go to official website of React. So let me type React documentation. So I'll click on the official documentation of React. Then I'll click on create a new React application. So I will locate this place here. Scroll down, locate this one. I will copy this code, the first code here. So I will go to my Visual Studio Code. Inside the front end, take note, React is a front end library, JavaScript library. I will click on the front end folder. Then I will come here. I'll click here. Then I will come to the terminal. I'll click new terminal. New terminal. So I will cd into the front end folder. Cd front end. Then I will paste what I just copied from the React official documentation. Then I'll press enter to install. So we're going to wait for some minutes. Make sure your internet is on. Make sure you're connected to the internet. So let's wait for some minutes so that we're able to install React. Okay, we have finished installing the React. We have to cd into the React app. That is what you are seeing. The instruction is written here. Cd my app. So I will come here and cd. Then I will call this. I can call it any name. Let me call it user management. User management. Let me just call it user management. So I'll cd into that. That will be cd my app. Sorry about that. So I've cd into my app. Then I will start my server, my React server. So I'll say my npm starts. So I want to start my React server. So I've just started my server. So let's wait for our server to get started with. So we've successfully installed React. You can see that on your screen. We have successfully installed React. So the next thing we want to do is to install some of the packages that we'll need for the front end. That is some of the packages that we'll need for React. So let's go install some of the packages that we are going to need for React. So I'll come here, create another terminal. So I'll cd into front end, then cd into my app. Then I want to install Axios because we're going to need Axios. So I'll say npm install Axios. So I want to install Bootstrap because we're going to need Bootstrap. npm install Bootstrap. And we install the React router DOM. I'll say npm install React router DOM. npm install React router DOM. So I want to install the sweet alert message. That was a pop-up message. So npm install sweet alerts. Yeah, the sweet alerts will enable us to show success or error messages on the front end. That's why I need to install it. So these are the basic things that we will need to install for the front end for React. So in our next class, we are going to install some packages in the back end. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next class.